What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, man. 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to a good life. Coming at you today with my daily podcast, man. So what do I have in store for you guys today? You know, every day I'm thinking about you guys and what can I put out there? What am I dealing with? What am I going through? What problems are people coming to me with every single day that I think that I need to come to you guys and show you the solution, right? So here I am, man, on my daily podcast, trying to find things that everybody is dealing with right now in their lives, and hopefully giving you some answers and solutions so you guys begin to move forward, man. I'm also dealing with transparency, man. If I got a problem that I'm dealing with, I'm putting it out there, man. I'm putting it out there because I know for a fact that all of us are dealing with some of the same problems. And if people would just learn to be a little bit transparent, maybe there'd be far fewer of us making the same problems, over and over again, having the same issues, making the same mistakes over and over again. So that is why I'm talking about my top 25 mistakes podcast every day, man. Putting it out there for you guys to learn and to grow, and then hopefully you guys to teach other people. So if you guys have not done it yet, man, if you haven't done it yet, hop on over to Lieutenant Sal Blue, pick up my book, Top 25 Mistakes en Route to the Good Life, or you can order it on Amazon, and it's on Amazon as well. If you go over to my website, I'm doing free plus shipping. It's about 200 and something pages in this book of pure goodness in this book. And that's about what? Wow, I don't know, 4 cents a page, something like that. I don't know, 4 or 5 cents a page. Just ask you guys to pay shipping. So if you guys understand all of the hard work and dedication that I put into this book, man, put my heart and soul into this book to give you guys some of the things that I'm dealing with that hopefully you wouldn't have to deal with in your life. So that's where I'm at with my book, Top 25 Mistakes. I'm working on some more adventures, coaching classes, and one-on-ones, and some courses I'm doing as well. So come on over to Lieutenant Sal Blue and check me out, guys. So what is we talking about today, man? What are we talking about today? I've seen a lot of people dealing with some struggles in life, right? They can't figure it out. They're going through a whole lot, and they're struggling so much. They're struggling in their health, right? They're struggling definitely in their finances, right? Trying to figure out these finances. And speaking of trying to figure out finances, guys, prepare yourself for the boom. I think it's a financial boom coming. Everything is super, super inflated right now. And I'm not a financial specialist. I just pay attention and watch the trends. And right now, it just seems like the government's just giving everybody way too much, right? Way too much. And all of a sudden, one day, it's going to come around and going to yank the rug from under you, and you are not going to know what to do with your life. And I don't want that happening to you guys. So pay close attention to what is going on and really, really work on your skills, man. I am working so hard on my skills each and every day, and that's how I'm going to continue to do it, man. Continue to work on my skills and continue to try to give you guys some value so that hopefully when it hits the fan, man, you guys are ready. You guys are ready to go and hit it and run. So anyway, my question for you today on my podcast, guys, is what struggles have you been dealing with in life, right? Tell me. Let's talk about it. Shoot me a DM if you want. There's not a struggle that someone has dealt with that doesn't have an answer, number one. Number two, there's probably very few struggles that people are going through that I have not heard of, right? We're talking health, we're talking financial, we're talking relationships, we're talking whatever struggles you got. Shoot me a DM and we can talk about your struggles, guys. I can give you some answers. I can let you know what has happened to me in my life. Maybe we had similar struggles, guys. And so you could kind of learn from what I dealt with in my life. So let's continue this dialogue and let's talk about what struggles have you been dealing with in life. Now, I'll tell you guys this. I'm not asking you this question today because I care, right? I'm not doing that. I do care, but that is not why I'm asking you this question today. It is one thing to care, right? Because people can care all day long. There's people that care about the environment. There's people that care about race and all this other things that people all talk about what they care about. And there are very few people out there that are implementing, right? There are not a lot of implementers out there, not a lot of action takers out there. And so I don't just want to tell you that I care, right? I want to give you solutions and actionable steps that you can take to have a better life. So what are you doing with your struggles, guys? Because everybody has struggles in life. Everybody has struggles in life. From the time the doctor spanks you on your buttocks till the time they throw dirt in your face, you will always have struggles. But it's how you deal with struggles that determines whether you're having a good life or whether you're having a bad life, right? So as you reach higher levels in life, you get higher different struggles, right? So you don't want to just keep the same basic struggles all your life, right? What if you spent your entire life trying to figure out how to walk, right? Think about that, right? When you were a baby, you had to learn how to walk. What if you spent your entire life trying that same struggle? No. You will consider yourself a loser. Guys, you'll be considered a loser because you never figured it out, right? That is what we're here to do. We're here to figure out our struggles and keep it moving, man. Figure it out, keep it moving, move on to the next struggle. Move on to the next problem and keep growing as we progress through life, guys. So here we go. The reason I'm asking you this question today, right? The reason why I'm asking you the question today is because having the answer to it will help you to have a better life tomorrow. So having the answer to that question that I asked you today, what your struggles you're dealing with, will help you to have a better life tomorrow. Because you can't just live life and say, woe is me, right? You can't just live life in the struggle. You have to always be trying to answer these questions to make sure that you have the best life possible, right? And as I told you guys before, each level of life you have a different type of struggle, and you got to learn how to solve one problem and move on to the next. And as you compound, you become a better problem solver, and that's the realm that I'm trying to move you guys into. But it's an even bigger picture that I'm gonna hit you guys with coming through this podcast today as I talk about your struggles. Now, many of you, right, may have been going for years and years and years trying to figure out, right, the answers to the question of what your struggles are. How can you deal with your struggles, right? Dealing with your struggles is what a lot of you are trying to figure out. But I'm here today to tell you that I have an indirect solution, right? Not a direct, not going right at it, but an indirect solution to your problem. What is my indirect solution to your problem? And I'm going to get to that, and I'm going to reveal it to you. And hopefully you guys truly understand when I say that dealing with your struggles and coming at it from another direction may be the solution that you're looking for. So now think about this, guys, for a minute, right? The answer lies in the people you surround yourself with. Who are you currently surrounding yourself with, guys? The people that you are surrounding yourself with has the answer to your struggles. That's right. The answer lies in the people that you're around. But we're going to get a little even deeper into that. See, because people, or as we say, most people, right, don't like to be around struggle, right? They don't like to be around people who struggle. See, they see it as painful. They see it, your struggle is painful, and whether it is their struggle or not their struggle, and they see it as your struggle, they try to avoid it at all costs, right? People avoid seeing other people struggle. They just see it as painful, you know. So you guys got to understand that. So when people who you have allowed into your circle of influence, right, see the pain of your struggle, they turn and they run in the opposite direction. That's right. You're trying to create something. You're trying to create a life of significance. You're trying to give value to people. You're trying to do good for your family, or do something in life that matters, right? And the people you allowed in your circle of influence, they see it as it's not working for you. And so because it's not working for you, and you're in a lot of pain, and you're deep in a struggle, and you don't have the solution yet, they turn and run in the opposite direction, right? They want to go where the party is. They want to go where the good times is. They want to go to people who already have the answers and all the solutions, right? And they just make life happy and enjoyable. That's the people who you allowed in your circle of influence, and this is what they're doing to you. They're running in the opposite direction, right? So I want to tell you guys a little something. Coming up in life where I grew up in, right? It was a not so enjoyable environment, right? It was the hood, it was the ghetto, it was a lot of fights, a lot of violence, right? And I'll tell you, if I did not have daily fights, I definitely at least had a fight every week of my youth. Every single week of my youth, sometimes 2-3 fights in a day. I would fight in school. I would fight in my neighborhood. I would fight in other neighborhoods. I would fight at the bus stop. And there was always the chance of gun violence as well. So there were many days that I had to run from people shooting at me, and people getting shot and people getting killed. So it was not the greatest environment to grow up, right? It was not the greatest environment to grow up. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'll tell you what. I made sure in coming up in that environment that I surrounded myself with friends, people who, when I was in those fights, that they make sure, number one, that nobody else jumped in to those fights, right? And number two, even when it got bad and somebody pulled out a gun and maybe I was fighting somebody else, they didn't run and leave, right? That was my current struggle that I was dealing with as a child. And even as a child, I made sure that I was around the right set of people, okay, who didn't abandon me and leave and run when the shit hit the fan, when it got rough, when it got hard, right? And so if I can figure that out as a child, as a teenager, right, then why shouldn't you be able to figure that out as an adult? So as far as I'm concerned, in my life, I took that same attitude, right? Some people call it ride or die, right? I took that same attitude, right? And I incorporated that into my adult life, and the things that I had to struggle with. So when I had bad moments in my adult life, right, I made sure that the people that were around me, okay, weren't going to just cower and run. And so it is a lot more difficult to figure that out as an adult than it is as a youth, because of the fact that when you're younger, a lot of people don't have the skills of cloak and dagger, right? A lot of people are less transparent when you get older as opposed when you're younger, right? When you're younger and something scares you, you run, right? When you're older and something scares you, maybe you'll try to negotiate instead, right? So you got to figure that out. You got to figure that out when you get older, right? And because this was the case in my life, right, that it was really bad, I made sure that I chose my friends based on who will remain in my corner even under the worst circumstances, as I told you guys, right? Now, I carried the same philosophy into my adult life as it relates to my struggles, guys. And this is where I'm getting at when it comes to, I'm telling you that the answer to your struggles lies in your environment, lies in the people that you surround yourself with. You see, those same people that ran away when I was faced with danger as a child, right, are the same type of people who will abandon you during your struggles of pain as an adult, things that you are going through, right? Those people haven't changed. Who they are is who they are, right? They're just runners, man. They are runners, and they're always going to be running from pain until they figure out life themselves, right? These are people who run from pain and run toward pleasure. And anytime your life is completely dominated by those two things, there's no way you're going to have a good life, right? And so understand this. If these people are in your circle of influence, they are infecting every single decision that you make in your life. Every single decision that you make in your life, they're injecting their input, and their input has to do with two things: pain and pleasure, right? So they're trying to inject their philosophies towards yours, and even if you have a strong I'm a hang in there philosophy, because they're part of your circle of influence, they will influence other people in your circle of influence, and it will damper down, okay, your idea of when you should run and when you should stay, how long you should fight, what effort should you put in. So understand that, guys, when it comes to your circle of influence and your struggles and everything else, guys. So understand that. I just realized, guys, I may not have the microphone on my video. I'm gonna lean up, check out, see if I can get it in. Yep. Oh no, it's on. We're good. We're good, everybody. We're good. With some microphones on. But anyway, guys, as I was talking about, you have to understand that when it comes to the struggles in your life, those same people, as I said, they will run, they will abandon you, they will leave you in your time of need. So now, right? Now is the time, guys. You have to use this struggle as a tool. And if you want, I would suggest that you be very, very strategic about it sometimes, right? And even if you make a fake struggle, right? Just to find out who the hell is really in your corner. Tell some people you have some hard financial times. Tell some people you have a hard physical time. Tell people you have a bad relationship time. See where their mind is at, and see if they're in your corner or not in your corner, man. So you can make a determination early before it gets really bad, and you truly, truly need the people in your environment to assist you or help you or give you the right answer to help you to figure it out. And you don't need people the last minute when you're in the thick of things to be running, right? That's the last thing that you need. So use this time to take inventory of the people around you, right? What are they doing, man? What are the people around you doing right now? Are they running away? Are they running away because you're in pain, because you're struggling, because they don't see that you have the answers to your problem just yet? Where are these people at? Right? And when I talk about your circle of influence, I'm talking about family, I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about everybody around you who is counting you out. Are they counting you out because they don't see the vision that you see, that they don't see that you can achieve greater things, that they don't believe in you? So damn them, guys. If they don't believe in you, then it's more better for you that they don't. Let them go ahead and run away, right? But do you have people who are running towards you and assisting you, right? People who are going out there and they're supporting you in everything that you do, and they're trying to find out solutions of how you can solve your problems or how deep you are in your struggles. Where are these people at, right? Now, usually if you have financial struggles, maybe the people in your circle probably have the same struggles, so they won't be able to bail you out financially, but they'll tell you some solutions, and they'll maybe be able to point you in the right direction. Because what I've noticed is people a lot of times have great advice, but a lot of times the people who have great advice don't take their own advice. So you may have a strong circle of influence as the people who are coming in to assist you, and they may give you a good idea that you could shape and mold that will help and work things out in your favor. But as long as they're not running away from you and yelling back, hey, you should do this, then they should be okay. They should be okay. They should be good people in your corner. So it is so easy, man. I tell people all the time, it is so easy to be in someone's corner when the struggling is over, right? When the struggling is over and they reach the point and they got their hands up in the air and everybody wants to say, yay, I was in your corner the entire time. Well, guess what? I know you weren't in my corner the entire time. I watched you. I took inventory in the midst of my struggles. I took inventory in the midst of my struggles and made sure that I paid attention to everybody who was around me, right? And when I did that, guys, when I did that, right, the people that showed up, okay, were the people who I like to keep in my circle of influence. The people that ran are the people that I would like to double my distance away from them. So if they ran, let's double that. Let's make sure that you are as far away from me as possible, totally and completely out of my circle of influence, guys. Because understand this, right? The people that show up when the party starts, they show up because now they see your potential after the struggle, not during the struggle. So make sure you make separation, make sure you make distance, and make sure you restructure your circle of influence, okay, for success. You have to do those three things, right? You have to distance yourself from the people that ran away, right? You have to separate yourself from the people who are giving you bad ideas, and you have to restructure your circle of influence for just those people who are in your corner, those people who are standing by you in the midst of all your struggles and the midst of all your pain. They didn't turn their backs on you, because those are the people you need to double down on. Those are the people who you need to remain loyal to. Those people that don't turn their backs on you, those people that are in your corner, those people that believe in you. That is what you need to do, guys. Okay, so the answers, right? The answers to your struggles lies within the environment you allow yourself to live in. And if, right, the environment you allow yourself to live in, right, and if you don't make a clear separation during your struggles, you will always fight with the same problems, right? You will always fight with the same problems if you don't make a clear separation. So now is the time to make that separation between the people who are running away during your struggles and the people who are there, right, trying to encourage you, trying to give you answers, trying to give you solutions, trying to help you out, guys. This is how you have a good life. This is how you make it through your struggles. You know, everybody has different struggles. So if I were to say the answer to your struggles is this, the answer to your struggles is that, right? There's so many variables, right, that one answer that someone gives you is not your answer. But to go with the best overall answer for you guys is your environment. Your environment is going to allow you to have answers to your struggles, because too many people run around trying to figure out why, and not enough people run around trying to figure out who. The answer is in the who. Who are you allowed to be around, right? Who are you allowing to be around you? Who are you allowing within your circle of influence? If you got a bunch of runners, man, you're going to be struggling with the same problem for your entire life. So understand, man, your environment is your salvation. So you have to use that to your advantage to have the best life possible, man. So listen, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I still have some things to do tonight. All right. And in doing so, guys, I just want to tell you guys, thank you for checking me out today on my daily podcast. I definitely will be back tomorrow. Make sure you guys hop on over to the Lieutenant Sal Blue website.com and pick up your copy of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life. If you guys have not known, I am going to be doing a couple of podcasts on this later on, probably more in 2022, in the next couple of months. On my book, each chapter be a daily podcast, so I have like 25 or maybe 26, 27 different podcasts on each chapter of my book. I'm going to go through it and see how you guys like it. I kind of did it in the beginning when I started my podcast, but I feel that I have a much better voice for my podcast listeners right now, and so I'm going to be talking you guys through my book, Top 25 Mistakes, as well as the second edition, Top 25 Mistakes from Route to the Good Life. So make sure you hop on over there, pick up all of these specials that I got going on for the next couple of months. 10,000 autographed copies I'm giving out, so make sure you guys go on over there and order your autographed copy today. As well as check me out on social media on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter at Top 25 Mistakes. And shoot me a DM. Let me know what podcast you like me, what you like me to talk about on tomorrow's podcast or the next podcast or the next podcast. I'll be doing this every day, guys. So listen, this is Lieutenant Sound Blue, and I'm wrapping it up for the day, man. Thank you guys for checking me out, and I will see you guys tomorrow on my daily podcast. All right, deuces.